Hey, it's Rick Brinkus with Keller Williams Realty, the Marketplace, and I'm here again with local attorney Kyle Wallace as we're continuing our series on short sales and just getting our arms around all of the terminology and benefits and consequences of doing a short sale. So, Kyle, every once in a while we'll see short sales that sail through very smoothly, and we'll see others that kind of get stuck. When a short sale gets into one of those log jams or seems to just be very stagnant, are there techniques that you can use that would help move that short sale forward?
Yes, there are a number of techniques you can use. The first thing I would like to talk about, just for a moment if I may, is some of the steps that you'd see in a normal short sale.
Okay,
and
perfect.
why things get stuck. And in any short sale situation, the first thing you have to do is provide your documentation to the bank, right? And we've talked about that in some of these previous videos, being hardship, being financials. The bank's going to review that document.
Okay, excellent.
In the meantime, they're going to order an appraisal on the property. Okay, they're going to determine what the value is to compare what your current offer is, versus their value. Once that's done, they're going to assign it to a negotiator, and they're going to start to, work on price and approval.
Okay.
And those are the general broad brush strokes of a short sale. The thing to remember in a short sale is it's not one-sided. So there's give and take. You push from your end and the bank pushes from theirs. So how a short sale moves along depends on who's on the other side and how you're working with them. As you know, in everything you do, there are some people who are more diligent than others. Files get stuck, right, with the bank. If a file gets stuck with the bank, it has to be escalated.
Okay.
What that means is someone's going to have to get involved, and they're going to have to bully the bank in a sense. We're going to have to push the bank forward, try and get them to move and do the work that they're supposed to do on their end.
Okay, so wow, I think you just had some of our listeners actually peak up quite a bit when you said bully the bank a little bit to escalate the file. So talk to me about that process. So we get there, the file gets stuck, we're now there to escalate it. Do you write a letter? Do you call them? How do you escalate a file? What does that entail?
Well, there's a couple of ways, actually, Rick, to escalate a file. The first and most common is asking for their manager.
Okay.
The other thing is having multiple people call.
Okay.
What I will say is that I have worked on a number of these short sales with a number of agents, and generally we will invite agents to help us call the bank, to help us push them along. But I really notice that some agents get these deals done, some get them done in a much lengthier time period.
Sure.
And I think there's a difference between those two agents. And Rick, I think you're one of the agents that gets a lot of short sales done. I've done a lot of short sales with you, and I know we've closed a lot of these short sales. And so I would turn the question back on you and say, what does a good real estate agent do?
Perfect. Well, yeah, thanks so much. I mean, we've closed hundreds of short sales and have some great models and systems in place to move these through efficiently. And I think one of the keys that separates a good agent from the mediocre agent is setting the table and expectations with that client from the very beginning. Letting them know that some of the short sales that I found that move the smoothest is when I have the most cooperative seller that gets me all of the financial informations that I request and gets them in a timely manner, and just understands the process, because sometimes it is a several month process. If we needed bank statements and pay stubs, we're going to need updated bank stubs and pay stubs as we move along. So as a regular basis, one of the things I coach my clients to is every month, the first of the month rolls in, send me new bank statements and pay stubs so that we have updated information as we're negotiating with them. The next thing is sometimes I find agents, probably with good intention, in my opinion, give some bad advice sometimes. And the first bit is, it doesn't matter what we sell the home for, the bank is going to be the one that's absorbing the loss anyhow. Let's just get it listed. We need to have an offer before we can negotiate with the bank, which is a true statement. You do need to have an offer to negotiate with the bank, but the bank does care what that offer comes in at. We've seen situations where agents have given, in my opinion, poor advice, recommend to a seller to list low. The bank does their valuation, or BPO, broker price opinion, or appraisal comes back that the bank has ordered, and it comes in high, and that short sale gets stuck.
Mm-hmm.
On the opposite side is when you list a home competitively in the market and you sell it, in line with what the bank's appraisal or BPO may come back with. Those are the short sales that tend to sail through as long as we have all the other components. The other thing I think that an agent has a responsibility to is to advise the homeowner of potential pitfalls. One of those being, and this is just one of those buzzwords, HOAs. Sometimes I think an agent does a disservice to a seller by not coaching them on how HOAs really can mess up a short sale. And I've seen situations where people were just, a home seller was maybe a couple months behind on a HOA payment, maybe $200-300. We send a demand fee in and find out the HOA is charging them several $1,000s in order to complete the short sale, and those fees we many times cannot even negotiate with the homeowners association. So please, if at all possible, make sure that the HOAs are current. And again, I think that's one of the responsibilities of an agent, is to advise of some of these potential pitfalls. So, quite frankly, Kyle, I've got a whole list of things that we do totally unique and different than any other agent in town, and I'd love to meet with any of the homeowners to share those ideas. So, if this has answered some questions for you, fantastic. If you do have some more questions for either Kyle or myself, you can reach me, Rick Brinkus, at Keller Williams Realty The Marketplace. My local phone number here in Las Vegas and Henderson is 702-456-5959, or you can reach me via the internet or email, and property@brinkus.com is the best email address. That's B as in boy, RENKUS.com. Thanks and have a great day.